Hey, good afternoon, Church Pastor Eric here with our daily 5-minute lunchtime devotional. And I've got to say, this has been a tough one for me. There's so many things that are happening now that as a pastor, I kind of feel like I need to share and talk about. And I really don't know which ones are more important than the others. So I'm going to say a couple of things that are on my heart right now. First of all, the numbers are about to get really bad. And it's going to be shocking and it's going to be frustrating. And right now, I know there's a lot of people that are frustrated about the shelter in place and staying home. But there's 700 people a day dying in Italy, a country a third, actually more like a fifth the size of the United States in population. And the United States is about to be the epicenter of this. And the numbers are going to be crazy. And we've still been doing all these things. So keep up the hard work of staying at home. It's tough to do, but you've got to do it. Now, I don't know if some of you read, there's this church in Baton Rouge that, despite the local authorities saying, are we still going? Yeah, we are. Despite the local authorities saying that you can't have church except online, they keep on having church. And Baton Rouge is not that far from New Orleans. It's the epicenter because of Mardi Gras. New Orleans is going to have more cases per capita than any other city in America. And this church in Baton Rouge is having 1,200 people on a Sunday night, and just to poke their finger into the eyes of the local sheriff, they had church on Tuesday night too with 1,200 people. And that's just crazy. There is nothing about being a Christian that means germs and viruses and bacteria don't apply to us. Just the opposite. When we take a look at God's law, we take a look at the law of Moses, God knows how germs work. He knows how bacteria works, and he knows how virus works, and he tells us to do things that will keep us away from them. And if you read the law of Moses, there are things that you're not supposed to eat because those things are more likely to have germs than other things. So this concept that's out there that medicine doesn't apply to us, or germs doesn't apply to us, or because we love Jesus, we're never going to get sick. Quit it, people. And I know that's not our doctrine, but I mean, I'm sorry, Jesus never said that. Now, with that said, I believe in a God of miracles, and I believe in a God who can create miracles and do miracles. But miracles are not necessarily the way that God always acts. Beautiful, beautiful story of a priest in Italy. There have been over 50 priests die in Italy so far from coronavirus. And one of them was a beloved 72-year-old priest. He'd been the priest in this village for years and years and years, and the people loved him because he was a servant of Christ. And the people bought him a ventilator because they wanted their priest to live. And what would a 72-year-old priest who loves Christ do with a ventilator? He gave it to a younger person. Now, I want to be really clear here. Nobody should be told to do that. Okay? And I'm not saying that at all. And I'm very brokenhearted that some people are implying that old folks, folks over 65 ought to start sacrificing. That's not, if you love life, you love all life, and we love life. So the Bible verse that I wanted to share today was this. It's from James chapter 5:14. If anyone among you is sick, let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And then Mark 16. They drove out many demons and anointed many sick people with oil. Now, what's important for us to understand here is that the oil here that we're talking about is not some kind of holy oil that has magic principles. That was medicine. It said, pray and take your medicine. Pray and take your medicine. The world has natural laws. No matter how much you love Christ, the law of gravity will pull you to the ground. And I don't care how much you love God. If you jump off a building to test God's ability to do a miracle, 99.9% of the times you're going to fall to your death. Okay? we've got to say and understand that it's okay as Christians to believe that the laws of nature apply to us because the Bible teaches us that, okay? Yes, God can do miracles, but the laws of nature applies to Christians. So we've got to be wise, just like God said, don't have any catfish in the Old Testament because the laws of nature and bacteria apply to you. We've got to say, admitting that the laws of viruses apply to us is not a lack of faith. Instead, we need to rely on God for strength in this time. Because, I mean, hey, we'd all love to go out to a nice restaurant full of people and hear the joy of life. But right now, the joy of life is going to come from being wise and staying at home. So that's the good word for today. God bless and have a great day.